Hello students, welcome to the English session. In today's video, we are going to learn a grammar topic that is punctuation. So let's get started. First of all, we need to learn what a punctuation is. Children, the English language has a system of special symbols and signs which is known as punctuation. So I hope the meaning is clear. The use of special symbols and signs in English language is known as punctuation. Now kids, we are going to learn about different marks of punctuation in this video. But before that, let me tell you the importance of punctuation. If I ask you, why is a punctuation required in a sentence? So, children, basically, punctuation is necessary to use in a sentence because it tells us how to structure the sentences. Right? Structure means how to build the sentences properly. It also helps us to know how each sentence should be read. Right? Basically, you can say it clarifies the meaning of the sentence. Without a mark of punctuation, any sentence is incomplete and it will not convey a proper meaning. Right? Now here in this video, we are going to learn few marks of punctuation. So let's get ahead with that. The main marks of punctuation that we are going to learn are full stop, comma, question mark, inverted commas, apostrophe and exclamation mark. We'll study about each of them in detail. The first mark of punctuation that we are going to study is full stop. Children, full stop looks like a dot. You all know this. It is used to mark the end of a sentence. You all are aware that we use full stop at the end of a sentence. Okay. Apart from that, it is also used after abbreviations. Now children, what do you mean by abbreviations? Abbreviations means short forms. So after some short forms also, we put a dot. For example, the short form of government, GOVT. So it is incomplete if we do not put a full stop. Right? Now for example, the short form of etc. We write ETC. Okay, so after ETC also we put a dot. So abbreviation means the short forms. Okay, we also use a dot after titles. Now title means, for example, Mr., Mrs., okay, senior. So in short, when we write, these are the titles. So after titles also we put dots. Right? Then dot is also used after initials. Initial means the first letter of the name. For example, if somebody's name is Ram Kumar Shukla. Okay. So instead of writing the full name, we can write RK Shukla. Okay. RK Shukla. And here after every letter we will put a dot. Right? So children, I hope the usage of full stop is clear to you. That full stop marks the end of a sentence. It is used after abbreviations, titles or initials. For example, if I say, I am happy for you. Now this is a statement. This is a sentence. This sentence is incomplete if we do not put a full stop. So full stop is always used to mark the end of any sentence. Right? The next punctuation mark that we are going to learn is comma. This is a sign of comma. A comma marks a short pause. We use comma when we have to give a natural pause or a short pause in our sentence. Right? Apart from this, it is used to separate words or phrases in a list. Now, how children it is used to separate words or phrases in a list? For example, I write, the salad has lemons, carrots and onions. Okay. Now, if we have to separate the items in a list, we will use a comma. So the comma will be used after the salad has lemons. Now we have to separate the items using comma. If we have more number of items, we will put comma after every item, not before the last item, because we have and over there, right? So a comma is used to separate words or phrases in a list. Then second point says it is used to mark the name of a person addressed. Now for example, if we are addressing a person by name, for example, I say, Arun, come here. Okay. So after Arun, we will use a comma to address somebody with his or her name. I give you one more example. For suppose I write, Emma, what are you doing? Right. So we are addressing Emma. So after Emma, we will put a comma. We use comma when we mark the name of a person addressed. So after the name of that person, we use commas. Right. Third point, children, says that comma is also used after words like yes or no. For example, I say, no, I took her papers. Okay, so if we are saying no, then after no, we will use a comma, right? After yes also, for example, I write, yes, we take proper care. Okay, so here also after yes, children, we will put comma. So comma is used after words like yes or no. Now the last point, it says comma is used after salutation. Salutation means if we are greeting somebody. Okay, for example, I write, hello, good morning. So after the salutation, hello, we will put comma, right? Again, if I say, hey, thank you for your help. So here, after the salutation, hey, we'll put comma. Alright, so we have, children, talked about 4 points after where we use comma. Number 1, comma is used to separate words or phrases in a sentence. Second, we learned that comma is used when we address any person by his or her name. Third point, we read that comma is used after words like yes or no. And then we read that comma is also used after salutations. Okay, so comma is basically the mark of punctuation that is used to give small pauses in a sentence. Okay. Now, children, comma is very important element, right? Without it, the meaning of the sentence can change. Now, let us look at these 2 sentences. The first sentence says, I love eating mobile and dinosaurs. Doesn't this sentence sound hilarious and funny? I love eating mobiles and dinosaurs. But if we put comma in this sentence, and if I put comma and say, I love eating, comma, mobile and dinosaurs. Now the sentence is making sense that I love eating, I love mobile and I love dinosaurs. Alright, so you see, by putting 1 comma, we can change the entire meaning of the sentence. Now look at this sentence, I threw up mom. Now this is something again funny. I threw up mom. Now if we put comma after the word up, I threw up mom, it means I'm telling mom that I've thrown something up, right? So if you see that we, after putting just a small mark of punctuation, that is comma, we can just change the complete sense of the sentence. So this tells us how important the comma is. The next punctuation mark is question mark. Okay, this is the sign of question mark. Now children, question mark is used at the end of an interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence means the sentence which asks questions. Okay, for example, how old are you? Now since this is a question, so we put a question mark at the end of this sentence. Okay, where is the party? Now this is also a question, so we put a question mark at the end. So question marks are generally used at the end of a question or at the end of an interrogative sentence, right? The next mark of punctuation in the row we have inverted commas. Children, the sign of inverted commas is like this: 2 times 6 and then 2 times 9. Now what is the use of inverted commas? We use inverted commas to enclose the exact words of a person. Now suppose if somebody has said something and we have to quote the words of the person, quote the words of the speaker, then we put the actual words spoken by the speaker in inverted commas. Like in this sentence you see it's written, the minister said, I will do my best. Now these words, I will do my best, are the exact words spoken by the minister. So we will put these words in inverted commas. Right? Now you see, I will do my best. These words are put in inverted commas. So this shows that these are the exact words of the speaker. Alright. Now here you see the exact words of the speaker are separated by other words of a sentence by using a comma. Okay. Then in the next example you see, my father said we will plan a trip next month. Now here we put comma to separate the exact words of the speaker with other part of the sentence. And here we open the inverted commas and here we close it. Right? So these inverted commas show that these are the exact words of my father or the speaker. I hope it is clear to you. We use inverted commas to put the exact words of the speaker. Right? The next punctuation mark is apostrophe. The sign of apostrophe is this. Now children, apostrophe is used to mark contraction and show possession. Now first of all, you need to understand what is contraction and what is possession. Now a contraction means when we make any word short, right, by omitting a letter or 2 letters from that word. Omitting means by missing out a letter or 2 letters from that word. For example, I write a word do not. Okay, and if we have to make this word short, we can just omit this letter. Omit means we can just skip this letter O, D-O-N, and we skip the letter O and simply we write T. Now when we skip any letter, then in place of that letter we put apostrophe. Okay, so we write don't like this. Now I give you one more example. For example, a word is there, madam, which is a very common word. Right? Now, if we have to, here we omitted the letter O, here we have to omit the letter D. So, the contracted form or the short form of madam will be ma'am. Okay? So, we have missed D here. So, instead of that D, we will put an apostrophe. So, apostrophe is used to show contraction. Now I'll give you an example how we can miss 2 letters. For example, I write the word cannot. Okay, here we will omit this N and this O. So what it becomes? Can't. Okay, in short we write can't. Okay, the contracted form of I will be I'll. Okay, this apostrophe shows that any letter or letters are missing. I hope children it is clear to you. I The contracted form of I am will be I apostrophe am. I hope it is clear how apostrophe marks contraction. The meaning of the contraction is clear, and how apostrophe is used is also very much clear to you. Now, how apostrophe shows possession. Possession means belonging. Whenever we have to show that something belongs to someone, we use apostrophe. Okay, so apostrophe is also used to show possession. For example, I say Akbar's son. So I put an apostrophe here to show that son is of Akbar. Same way, if I say dog's kennel. So here this apostrophe shows that the kennel belongs to dog, right? Again, if I say Mary's books. So this apostrophe S shows that the books belong to Mary, right? So children, I hope the use of apostrophe is clear to you. Apostrophe is used to mark contraction. It is also used to show possession, right? Now children, the last punctuation mark that we are going to learn is exclamation mark. You can just see this is the mark of exclamation. Now it is used after an exclamatory word. Exclamatory word means the word that expresses a strong feeling, emotion, or an idea. Okay, so it is used after an exclamatory word or a sentence to convey a strong emotion. Okay, for example, how nice you are. Now see, this sentence, it looks a normal sentence, or you can say this sentence shows no emotion. But after I put an exclamation mark at the end of the sentence, this shows the emotion that you're feeling happy, that you are saying to the person how nice you are. So this shows your emotion. Okay, so without exclamation mark, there is no emotion in the sentence. Now here in this sentence, alas, my cat is dead. Now this sentence shows no emotion. But if I put exclamation mark after this exclamatory word alas, so it shows my emotion of sadness. Okay, so children, we use exclamation mark after an exclamatory word or an exclamatory sentence to convey a strong emotion. Now, one thing that you need to keep in mind is whenever you use exclamatory mark, the word after an exclamatory mark should begin with a capital letter. So here M will be capital. Now here exclamatory mark is used in the end of the sentence. So we have no word after this, right? But here after the exclamatory word alas, we have used this exclamation mark, and after this exclamation mark, we have to begin the next word with a capital letter. So I hope it is clear to you. Exclamation mark is used to show the feeling or the emotion, right? It can be the feeling of happiness, sadness, excitement, anger, okay? Or it could be any feeling. So exclamation mark is basically used to convey a strong emotion. I hope it is clear to you. Now children, we are already through with all the punctuation marks. We are going to learn about capital letters now. Children, capital letter is used to begin the first word of a sentence. Any sentence, the first word has to be in capital letters. For example, this is my room. Now the first word you see, it is in capital letter. Okay, the first letter of the first word, not the first word in complete. The first letter of the first word is in capital. Okay, then it is used to mark proper nouns. Now the proper nouns also begin with capital letter. See, India, Ali, England, all these are proper nouns and they are beginning with a capital letter. Okay. Then third point says the first word in inverted commas. Now whenever we use inverted commas to quote the exact words of the speaker, we begin the first word in inverted comma with a capital letter. Now here you see he said you are smart. So inside inverted comma, we have the first word you. So you see the Y of you is in capital letter. Alright. Then it is also used for names of days, month's name, or names of any special books. For example, Sunday. The name of any day, it begins with capital letter. Names of months, it begins with capital letter. Books names, New Oxford. So, it begins with capital letters, right? The pronoun I. Children, pronoun I is always used in, pronoun I is always written in capitals, right? You cannot write I like this. I am a smart girl, or I am a smart student. You cannot write I in small. It goes wrong. The pronoun I always has to be in capital letters, right? I hope, children, the use of punctuation marks and the importance of capital letters is clear to you. Revise the video. Revise the content again. Watch the video if anything is not clear. Still, if you face any problem, you can clear your doubts in the next class. Thank you, everyone. That's all for today. Have a nice day.